Welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies. Today, it's System Saturday, where we talk about systems to put in your business in order to free up your time, in order to make more business rather than working in your business. So today, we're going to be talking about testing your website and how you can use. Actually, it's a free web software tool provided on the internet, which could be also been discussed on Freebie Friday, but today it's on System Saturday. So we have Freebie Friday, we have Mindset Monday. Tuesday is all about you and your brand on Get Your Message Out Tuesday. Wednesday is all about your customer on World Domination Wednesday. And Thursday is all about Jill or Jack of all trades, being the solopreneur who knows a little bit about a lot of things. And of course, there's Freebie Fridays, which is all about free. And Sunday is about strategy. So anyway, today is System Saturday, and we're talking about a tool that I found which tells you how well your website is doing. So we'll be looking at my website that it analyzed, as well as look at a few popular websites to see how it analyzes them. So let's get started. And as you know, if you've been here for a while, System Saturday is all about automating and organizing your business systems, allowing you to grow your business by getting more clients because you're spending less time in your business and more time growing your business and spending more time with your family or friends while your business works for you. So there are 5 different topic areas, and we've been talking about organizing your computer and business systems. We actually haven't been tracking our financials, which we'll have to put that down there on the bottom of the list and get to it. We have talked about automating and systematizing your marketing, and you can go back to jgtips.com/YouTube in order to see some of the previous episodes on solopreneur success strategies. And we'll be talking about automating your selling process and how that works to help save time for you and work for you while you're asleep. And we have looked at communicating with your subscribers by using email autoresponders, and we'll look at communicating with your clients in real time at another time. And so far on System Saturday, we've looked at computer file organization. We've looked at backup systems. We've looked at your operating procedures binder system, your email autoresponder system. We're looking at your website as first, the website itself being a content management system. And we've looked at some of the SEO optimization tools that help you optimize your search engine optimization in Google search, as well as plugins for different functions that help you in your business with your website, and social media posting tools. We've had a look at that. And right now we're on analytics and testing tools. We had a look at Google Analytics for looking at behind the scenes on your website as to how visitors come and behave on your website, as well as we looked at, I believe, Hotjar, where we looked at the heat maps and the visitor behavior in real time video on how they behave, so you can adjust your website to make it easier for them. And we've also had a look at another thing. Can't remember now, but it doesn't matter. Because today we're going to be looking at something I found today, which is actually quite important for your business, and that is looking at how your website behaves and is compliant with various requirements of the internet. And then we'll be looking at payment system and then selling system. But for today, we're going to be looking at Nibbler.com. Now, all I did was go out onto Google search and look for website testing tools, and I found this one where we'll do a free analyzation of your website and give you a report overall score of your website. So I tried my jane-gardner.com, And it's a fairly new website, and I certainly know there's a few issues with it, as I've mentioned in the previous episodes on my Google Analytics. So I'm not embarrassed to show you how it's doing, and it's important for me to have a look at it too, so that I remember to do certain things, and I'll go and mention a couple of them for you as we go along. So I put my website address into Nibbler, MIBBLER.com for those. Oh no, it's dot Skilltide. Oh, sorry. Nibbler, MIBBLER.SILKTIDE.com. So that's Silk Tide. Silk is in fabric, tide is in ocean.com. And I'll probably put that in the description so you can find it as well in the YouTube channel and on my podcast. But here we go. So I had an overall score of 7.3, and I'll be showing you one of a much highly scored website in a minute. But that's not too bad if it's out of 10. Now, accessibility is about how accessible the website is to disabled users as well as to mobile users. And so it does a few tests. So it's the code quality, the internal links, whether it's mobile ready or responsive. The headings are quite important, so that was something new I didn't know about. My URL format is good. I've got a 10 out of that, so that's good to know. And my page titles are good at 10. So they take an average. Now, how satisfying is the website likely to be for users? I got a 7.3. I don't have my Facebook page linked, so they didn't like that. It's not very printable. I don't know about that either. I guess I took off the printer icon so you could print out the blog posts. Popularity, well, it is new, and of course, being new, I have very much fewer visitors than others. The amount of content, I've got a good rating there of 7.8. Lots of internal links, 8.3. 8.4 for images, 8.6 for mobile, 9.1 for Twitter. That's all linked properly. And its freshness, certainly I add a new post every day, so I'm going to score high on that. So this is worth you taking your website and going over to nibbler.silktide.com and do your own test. It's free. Now, how well marketed and popular the website is? Well, of course, as I mentioned, it's not linked to my Facebook page, and it's a new site. And they gave me some scores for having lots of content, but I have to obviously get better popularity there. And technology, they look at how printable it is, what's the code quality like, the internal links, images, mobile, headers, etc., meta tags, server behavior. And then they give a sample. They tested a sample of 5 pages. And if you want to have them test your full website on a regular basis, you can also, of course, have a paid account here. So then they give you some top priorities for website improvement. And I know what they're talking about here when they say resolve the validation errors that are listed in the table below. These prevent your website from being fully W3C compliant. And the table only shows the first 100 errors. I won't show you the table because it's mostly about to do with being a website that a person can come to on mobile, tablet, different browsers like Safari, Opera, the Mac, etc., and having them being compliant that way, as well as fully W3C compliant is to do with your HTML coding. And I do encourage sharing of my content with social media buttons, but I guess they didn't notice those because I don't have enough sharing going on. And of course, I do have to link up to a Facebook page, so they didn't like that at all. So I will probably go back and have a look at what they recommend for printing of the pages. So that would be a good idea. And they even look at your code quality for HTML5 and W3C compliant. There's a few warnings on my websites because there's some errors in the code, some web browsers may not be able to read this website correctly and not always display correctly, so I didn't know that. For example, then it looks at the popularity. Of course, this is a new site, so it's not very popular, but it does rank me. And social interest is low because, as I mentioned, I don't have too many people coming to my website at the moment. Now, they did want me to increase the amount of content in terms of having only 500 words per page, because it correlates with your search engine ranking when these spiders come along to search your website and see very good long content post they feel, and they're new, then they really like that. And I have a few incoming links coming in and internal links. My images aren't too bad, but some of them are being resized by the browser, so that's not good. I should always make sure that they have defined width and height attributes, because it just makes it easier, because it's not good for them to be stretched. I do look pretty good in mobile. For those of you on audio, they show you a picture of how your website looks on mobile and also how it looks on a tablet. I am optimized for viewing on a mobile phone, but it's not optimized for tablet viewing. So that's interesting. I should probably go and have a look at those recommendations, see if I can do anything about that. And of course, I am got a Twitter link, and it shows some of the topics that you use, which are the most popular in your tag cloud. And they like my headings, but some of them are missing. Yeah, so it goes through all this, even your meta tags and how it will look in Google search listing, how your page titles are, what's the age of your domain, and whether your pages use analytics. Well, since it's tied to Google Analytics, yeah, every page has got analytics software on it. And of course, it's fresh. It's updated every day, so that is this is good, because visitors perceive up-to-date websites as more credible, and that updated websites that are updated regularly are also spidered by search engines more often. Okay, so yeah, so I'm handling my 404 page correctly and compression, and then, of course, then they say, well, look, if you want to have more information and have us analyze 100 web pages instead of 5 web pages, then you can pay for SiteBeam. So there you go. So let's just go and I'll show you my another one that was much more popular, and it's been around a lot longer than me. And you can see what kind of difference there is in the reports. Of course, it being a much larger site, it'll have its own issues as well, but it's a lot better in terms of its report. Well, no, it's not that better. It's 8.2 overall for socialmediaexaminer.com. If you want to learn anything about social media, you can go there. They always have articles there. And the score is only 7.5 for accessibility. They feel that the website itself, though, is 9.4 for experience of how satisfying the website is likely to be for users. And how well marketed and popular the website is 9.8, because I think they have like 100,000 people coming to that website. And of course, it's 6.9 is how well designed and built the website is. And they do the same thing. So there's a few things they have to change as well. A few things as well, but I just thought I would show you the difference in, there's 21 page images on their website as well that are being resized by the browser, and they should probably be put in their defined content. But this website has an average of 727 words per page, and it's actually a good idea. So it's got an 8.7 rank because it helps with your ranking in search engines. And I just wanted to show their popularity. It has a 9.9 ranking because it's the most popular website in the world of 5,862 rather than my 180,000. And it's recently saw a slight increase in popularity. Of course, this is the 5,862 most popular website in the world, and it's over the past 3 months had a slight increase in popularity. And this website accounts for 98.8% of the internet traffic to Social Media Examiner and its subdomains. And that's according to Alexa, which is another website you should use. Alexa.com if you want to look at your website and how it's seen on the internet. So then, of course, it goes various other things. It's the same type of review. And social interest, of course, is much more because they usually get shares and likes every day because they have always very popular content every day. So they have a high social interest. So they get a 10.10 out of 10 social interest with, of course, 13,801 Facebook likes and 250,000 plus ones on Google+. So, of course, they're going to have a very high account. And they've been around since 2009, registered anyway. So, there you go. That's Nibbler. Let's go back up here, and maybe we should go back to their website. So you just test any website, and you put their address in, and then you just click test, and it just tests it for 5 pages anyway. So we could try any page. Probably not correct. Probably some other silly. I'm trying to test whitehouse.com, and I bet that's going to be wrong. Yeah, so never mind. It's always good to test something you know. Okay, so I will test my other website, which has not had as much people coming to it as my jane-gardner.com. It's the business of at-home business, so let's test that. And I'll just quickly show you that it works fairly quickly. And it may take a minute, but they'll send me to the report when it's ready. So you could actually use this Nibbler every month to test your website to see what maybe issues you need to fix to make it your website easier for people to visit and be able to navigate through your website. And it's a system that will work for you anytime. And actually, that's not a bad score considering it's 7.3 overall for the business of athomebusiness.com. It's been around a bit longer, but it uses the same theme as my other one. So it's only 4.5 for marketing, so that's not good. So we'll have to get that up, and technology, etc. And it's got all that. I took off my Facebook page, so I didn't like that. I am connected. Oh, it's not associated with Twitter, so I better associate with Twitter. So there you go. And of course, I haven't done any postings lately, so there's no Facebook likes or Google Pluses. Well, actually, I had 250 Google Pluses when I was doing that. So anyway, so there you go. How easy is that? You can find out a lot of things from just using some of these test systems on the internet, and they want you to use it, so that of course maybe you'll consider having the paid version for the 100 web pages in order to of course get your web developer to improve your website that way. So there's another system for you on the internet for you that you can use for free. Now let's see if I can get my there's my PowerPoint. So let's go back to my PowerPoint. So we actually did start the payment system, so we'll continue on with that, and the selling system. And of course, we've got stuff to talk about when it comes to the client, etc. But as you can see, if you've been following me for a while, there are a lot of systems in your business, and they help to free up your time in your business, and they help you evaluate how your business is going and how your website is doing, and how you can go and change your website on that knowledge. And I have a offer for jgtips.com at automation, which is called Automate Your Business in a Week training. And I'll have some tips and tricks to automate chores and organize your computer. Lots of cheat sheets and templates on how to set up an operating procedures binder quickly using templates, and some cheat sheets on quickly securing your computer and WordPress files and step by step so that you can do this within a week. And of course, we'll talk about various topics that you can consider for setting up so that you don't have to do all the work. Instead, with the systems and processes that are out there, the marketing tools that are out there, the CRM tools that are out there can be used instead by you to automate a lot of things in your business, so you can actually be the one going out and getting more business by connecting with people and having relationships. That's about the only thing that the computer can't do for you is make a relationship with your clients and customers. So this is Jane Gardner, and thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you again next week. I'll have a look and see what happened, but I think I started talking about the payment processor for those of you who are listening. So we'll continue on with that. I think I'm doing a demo of PayPal. I'll go check my videos. It's been a while. See whether or not I did it or not. So see you next week.